Hi there, this is Gina and I'm here with a card for you, and this is sped up to 1.5 times. So I'm just showing you I'm using Papertrey ink, very vanilla cardstock, and I just cut a piece in half and I am scoring it at 4 1/4. So I cut the 8.5 by 11.5 at 5.5, and there is my card base. Now this is a card with no die cuts, nothing like that, just pattern paper and a stamp. So some twine. So very, very simple. You don't need much to do it. So I use that paper pack I showed you, and I chose those two designs out of the Nana's Nursery. So that one with the cute little giraffe by the pond, and that's where I'm going to put my sentiment. That's just what I was showing you. So I went ahead and stamped it with that welcome baby, and those are just some stamps I had in my stash. Um, and I cut it. The base is 4 1/4 by 5.5. Then that stripy layer is 4 by 5 1/4, and then the top layer is 3 3/4 by 5. And I am using the Corner Chomper, and this one is the one that has stud and deco, I think. So I was checking to see which one is the correct one, what side I wanted to use. So I just found the side I wanted, and I went ahead and punched out the design. And you could do more than one sheet, but I just didn't want to mess up at all, and it's just easier and quicker for me to do it on each page, on each layer. So I decided to do all 4 corners, and there I am just layering it up using some ATG. No pop dots or anything on this, pretty flat card. So there I have my front panel, and I'm going to take some of that, it's not twine, it's I think embroidery floss, that big giant, it's not a spool, but a big giant thing of it that I'll never run out of. There you go, see? I'm trying to show you what it is. I think it's embroidery floss from Walmart, and the vanilla color again. And I am just going to tape it to the back so it stays, and then wrap it around a few times. And this is obviously a more boyish card. So there we go, we're pretty much almost done with that. Well, it was going to be flat, and then now I remember when I was doing it, I figured there was nothing at all pretty much going on, so I wanted that panel to, float up a little bit. So I did put a thin layer of that mounting foam. Now, this is just to show you, you do not need much at all to do cards, especially with all the pretty papers that there are out there now. Just a couple sentiment stamps and you could, really be on your way, because you didn't have to do the corners. That embroidery floss was super duper cheap, so it's not like, making these simple cards cost a fortune. So, and there I'm just making a bow with that embroidery floss. And it is so thin it kind of curls, so I usually just start over again. It doesn't happen to me too much with the twine, but this really, really thin embroidery floss, it does. So I'm just cutting off all the excess, and I'm going to attach it with a glue dot. And these are my homemade ones I did with the Aleene's Tack It Over and Over, so I can make them as small or as large as I want. just a little bow. You can see it has a little bitty bit of dimension, not much at all. Just cutting the tails. And those are super duper old. I've had those from Tuesday morning. They're like glitter dots. But I don't know if I'm going to end up using any. Maybe I am. Let's give it a little something, I guess. Then inside, could stamp a sentiment. Or just write something. And it's, you know, vanilla colored, so it's nice and clear. A light color, so everything will be legible. And I just put a little strip of that paper that I had cut off. And there I'm just stamping Gina's Crafting Spot on the back in case I sell them. And just looking to see if there's something else I want to do, but that is it. So I hope you guys enjoy this super duper simple card, and I thank you so much for watching. Bye.